Good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Today in AZ After Show. We have 16 live viewers right now, so you know
jumped up to 25.
Well, yeah, as soon as I call
That means
them
we
out.
can get to your questions right off the bat.
That means you guys are special. We're going to pay extra attention to each and every one of you. We're like a small company that has a very small clientele. You're going to love them up a lot more because there's just less of them.
Oh, yeah.
The numbers are getting better.
Oh, we're back up to 71.
Yeah, you guys are right on
69.
time. Paul Gerke, Vanessa Ramirez, James Quinones.
Good morning.
I got to gripe about something real quick. I got to gripe.
Shoot me
I feel like
straight.
we need a graphic for this, too.
Yeah.
I woke up with a mysterious back injury years old. That's how old I am.
You woke up with a back injury.
My back was a little sore yesterday.
Okay.
You worked out, though.
I did leg day, and so some squats and stuff like that.
Bad for your back.
Whatever it is, agitated something.
Yeah.
I woke up in such a way that, like, I can only lean to my right. Can't go that way.
Yeah, I've
So
been there.
I dropped something earlier, and it was, like, on my left foot, and I had to do this.
That's a good stretch, Paul.
Yeah, it is. That actually
Yeah.
does feel pretty good.
I think you're going to have to change your regimen because you got some chronic back problems.
I think they're going to have to
anyways.
put me down, probably.
I'll do it. I'll do it with a chokehold. Good chokehold. Shh, go to sleep.
That's not very humane, man, because I'm going to suffer on the way out. Could you just, like, give me an injection of something?
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Oh, man.
Maybe you did something wrong when you were squatting.
Probably,
or, you
yeah.
know.
No, I'm a really clumsy guy in general, and I try to do quasi-athletic things fairly regularly, and so it's just, you're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
You're asking to hurt yourself.
And if you're tired and working out, sometimes I've noticed that I get lazy when I'm doing my weights because I'm like, okay, whatever, because I'm tired. And then that causes issues.
I don't
too,
do
you know?
leg day enough, because I'm usually not super stringent with a workout regimen, but I have been lately. But that doesn't change the fact that my legs just become rubber, like, almost immediately. And so, like, once I'm done squatting and pressing, I've got more stuff to do, and I already can't walk. I look like a baby deer.
You're
I'm like
compressing
Bambi
your
on
spine,
ice.
though.
Yeah, I'm smashing.
I got a good leg day. Climb camelback.
I've done that before, and I don't really
He
wanna do
doesn't like it.
I've done it a few times, actually. I took a buddy there who was visiting a few weeks ago. Wow, a couple months ago, I guess. And I took him up there. I was like, that's a great hike,
To the
whatever. Yeah, oh yeah, we did the summit trail. And it was awful. It was even worse than I remembered it.
Yeah.
It's like, what am I doing here? I'm so sorry. I'm a terrible host.
Yeah.
But you know what, Paul?
I like going to the saddle. Go ahead.
If you had $400,000, you could hire a trainer.
Yeah.
And you could also hire a masseuse. And then you could work out
A personal
properly.
chef, yeah.
Yeah. And then you can also get a massage afterwards so you don't wake up with the back.
What's liposuction run these days? 10, 15 grand? I could get that too.
That too.
The reason that Vanessa's bringing this up is because I've just been rambling instead of discussing our talking topic of the morning, which is Grammy-winning rapper Drake. You ever heard of the guy? Apparently, he just blew $400,000 on a diamond-studded iPhone case.
That's wild.
So retail value $401,000 if you count the phone inside.
Yeah.
He got it from a Beverly Hills jeweler named Jason. The Jason of Beverly Hills Instagram account posted the news with the caption that said, "Because we can't do basic, diamond iPhone case cover for our friend Champagne Poppy," which is the handle of Drake. So we want to know, if you just happen to have $400,000 in loose cash lying around, what would you spend it on? And I'd like to divert this discussion away from a conversation we've had before on this show. A lot of people, there's some good people that watch the program.
Right.
That want to put it towards charity and charitable causes and taking care of family. And I love you all for that. And that's the right answer. But in this case, can we just talk about splurging?
Yeah.
Can we just talk about the ridiculous thing that you would buy with that money? Jimmy, I see the wheels turning.
Wait, while he was going to tell his story, Carol said psychological counseling for Drake.
Yes, he could probably use it.
Yeah, to spend that much money on an iPhone case. And then, like we were talking about earlier on the show, what happens if he drops it? What happens if a diamond falls out? Like, that's a lot of money.
It's too much. I don't want that much wealth in a square this size. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I don't want everything invested.
Unless it's gold. Some gold, big gold.
You got some bullions hanging out somewhere?
bullion. Yeah.
Because then you can
Just
turn
in
it
case
into
they go back to the gold
Spanish
standard.
doubloons. Oh, yeah.
So Jimmy has his whole idea for this, or a plan, if you had $400,000.
Oh, yeah, you got a scheme. You try
Yeah.
to convince Emma to get in on it.
No, it's the right thing and the only thing to do. You guys have no clue. You take 400,
Okay.
you buy a nice 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo.
Okay, I'm
you
writing
buy
this
rent
down.
it out for $1,800.
Easy.
Okay.
Right? $1,800, easy at that. And then that's going to be times 12 at
Okay.
$1,800. That's $2,600. That's $21,600 a year. for the rest of your life.
Okay.
And then there's appreciation. What can you do with $21,000 a year?
Well, okay,
you
now
can
hold
take
on.
trips.
Now, there are maintenance costs. There's liability insurance.
That's tax write-offs, though.
Yeah,
Or
okay,
more money,
fair,
more
fair
problems.
enough. All I'm saying is that you're maybe not getting $20,000 a year, but
Let's say
you're
15.
onto it.
15
say
take home.
$15,000 a year. So that'll pay for itself in
Can you go to Europe
a decade?
with 15?
Yes.
2 people? Heck yeah.
How much are we spending on the condo?
400,000.
So it's not going.
400,000?
It's going to take 25 years to pay for itself.
How's that?
15,000 a year.
No, because the condo's the bank. It's holding your money, and you're getting interest on it.
I see what you're saying.
At $1,800, and then anytime you sell the condo, and chances are you ain't going to sell the condo for 4, you're going to sell for 5 or
Right.
6.
He's got
It's
it all figured out.
or if you want to take that money and you want to be a do-gooder, donate it to charity.
Yeah.
That's $15,000. How many people out there donate $15,000 a year for the rest of their lives?
Only those of us who can afford it.
Exactly.
Not
So
very
that's what
many.
you do with it. But if I had to splurge like I had to,
Yeah.
I couldn't do it in investing, I'd get a Porsche, 911 Carrera. I've always wanted one.
No kidding.
Wow.
But a Porsche to drive, not to park in the garage.
Yeah.
I take it to work. I take it to the grocery store. I just drive the wheels off
Yeah.
of that sucker.
Yeah.
That's the only way I would ever buy a car like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy a car to park in.
What do those things run?
They're not bad. Like 80 to 150.
So you got some
I don't
cash
need the
left over.
super souped up one.
Yeah,
Give me
yeah.
like
Okay,
90.
yeah, you better get the top of the line one
90,000.
if you're going to splurge.
Yeah, if I have to use
So
it or
what,
lose it, I'll do
150?
it. Yeah. I just like Porsche more than like Bugattis or Ferraris, you know.
How do you feel about the people that get on you about saying Porsche instead of Porsche? It's Porsche.
Oh, yeah, that's why I don't have one.
Right.
That's why I don't
That's how
have
you
one.
can tell a
That's a
Porsche
good
owner.
one, Jimmy. Good job.
I want a Porsche.
Edna said if I'm splurging, she's buying a house in Hawaii.
Yeah, I love the
Okay.
splurge items. We had a couple that made it onto the show this morning. Cindy, a house, a truck, a boat, the trifecta. Mm-hmm. All you people are so wholesome. Home and a car, groceries, bills, paying off mortgage, finding a way to give back.
Michael said I'd buy food. What kind of food would you be
The
buying?
best food, obviously.
Yeah. I told Jimmy earlier, I'm like, I would try to find a magic pill where I could eat whatever I want and not gain any weight.
That's
I already
the
told her
dream.
they're spending billions on that, so
Yeah.
you're way behind. You don't have enough money for
There's
that.
already a lot invested in that.
Yeah, they're working on that right now.
I'm like, that would be amazing.
Put
One
about
of the-
800 million into it.
Leslie says, I hope he doesn't lose his phone. That would be my concern with that.
Right?
Like, how often do you misplace your phone? I scare the daylights out of myself when I leave it on the dresser sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let alone when it's got $400,000 of diamonds on it.
Not only that, if
I
he's
bet that
gonna be-
walks away on its own fairly quick.
Yeah, like what if somebody steals it from him or like they follow him to take it from him? You know, granted he's got his security and his entourage or whatever, but still, like people are gonna go after him
If
just for
for
that phone
whatever
case.
reason this guy goes broke down the road, like so many of them before him, he's going to be the laughing stock. Yeah, go sell your phone.
It's funny, I'm reading the comments here, and so many of you want to pay off student loan debt or set
Oh,
money
gosh,
aside.
Pay
yeah.
your debt.
Education.
That's the most
I
important
mean, paying
thing.
debt is very smart, don't get me wrong, but it bothers me so much that so many people in pursuit of higher education are saddled with debt for
Yeah.
so long.
My friends
Like
were
that
talking about
just
that.
bums me out. And
That's why higher education is going to start to go down. College. Less and less people are going to go to college because it's not worth it to spend, and this is what's going to happen in about 10 years, $120,000, $150,000 a year to get a job is going to pay you $40. It's not worth it.
That's
It's
what it is
wild,
now.
yeah,
That's the
that's
world we
true,
live in.
yeah.
Unless it's a specialized degree, such as you want to become an attorney, an accountant,
Yeah.
a doctor.
Doctor.
It's just not worth it to get a degree in communications, which is what I learned how to do when my mom taught me English.
It's a shame, man. I mean, I've got a communications degree, and
So do I.
I'm still paying. I've got tens of thousands of dollars left
Exactly.
in
And
student loans.
you didn't need that degree to do what you're doing.
No,
now.
probably not. I just needed my first job.
An
Yeah.
internship,
Yeah.
they would have taught
Yeah.
you how to do it. You don't need
Nobody's
that.
asking about the degree hanging on my bedroom wall. You know what I mean?
No one's ever asked me for that degree. And now I know that more and more companies, more and more across the board, are hiring people without degrees. If you can do the job, I talked to a banker the other day at a high level. I said, oh, did you go to ASU? Did you get your degree in finance? He says, no, on the job training. Worked his way up
Yeah.
from the teller. And I'm fine with that. There's nothing wrong
It
with that.
takes you a little longer.
But back in the day, you couldn't even get in the
Yeah.
doors. You couldn't get hired at places or television stations
Mm-hmm.
unless you had a degree, a college degree. They don't care anymore. So...
And I'm not knocking higher education as something to be valued. I think that there's a lot to be said about people that work hard to attain that level of academic achievement. And I think it's a noteworthy cause, a noble cause that we should all be pursuing.
Right.
It's just a shame that it really, I don't want to say ruins your life, but it really sets you back to go and pursue a degree, especially one that is specialized. That's way more. I mean, you're talking about becoming a lawyer for $250,000. You know what I mean? Like, that's no joke, man.
Yeah, I think it's going to get less and less obtainable for people. It's going to be only for the rich and certain people that will go on to get their college degrees in 10 years. And we're going to get more training for vocations, and you'll see 2-year programs is what you'll do, because it's just not worth it. You can't afford it. To have to take a humanities class, why did I have to take a Spanish class? Why did I have to take a sociology class? I should have taken a 2-year class. It was just nothing but communications, learning how to shoot, talk to people, write, and you're done. I don't need all that other stuff. I don't need psychology.
Addie does note that the phone case is beautiful. I don't understand the owl on it. Like, what, did you have one that didn't have an owl made out of diamonds, or was that the only one he had? I'll take the best phone case you got. Oh, it's got an owl. I guess I'm an owl guy now.
Angela
well, that's
says,
part of his thing.
I have a master's degree. Don't use it with high loans. I make more money serving.
Who was that?
Angela Payne says that. So back to the education.
For all says, you're going to need a phone case for the phone case.
Yeah.
Maybe protect those diamonds you've got on there. Well done. We'll get to some more of your comments in just a second. But first, let's get back to the show. Today in AZ this morning, if you missed it, we've got one of our favorite moments in ICYMI. Some old technology becoming new again. The medulla oblongata.
Trending this morning, Urban Outfitters hopes to cure the blues with a blast from the past, selling used VHS tapes, because that's the only way you can get them.
They better be rewound.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of like adds to the fun of it if they're not, right? The retailer is offering a boxed set of just random VHSs.
VHSs.
For $40, you guys. The magic of this is that you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, magic. They call that magic.
The mystery packs come in bundles, so you will at least know that you are getting sci-fi, comedy, or rom-com. And yeah, people are actually buying these, right, Paul?
I guess. Like, are you going to roll through a fast food drive-thru and be like, I want some magic, surprise me? The internet's having all sorts of fun with this, as you might expect. This tweet here, at Vice, you could literally steal VHS from anywhere you see them and no one would even fight you.
Agreed.
They can all be free if we want it. Liz Henry, they are the worst. Urban Outfitters, not VHS. Everyone loves antiquated technology making a comeback. I'm not sure if Urban Outfitters is going to get the seal of approval from anybody. This is a big stack of VHSs here. Looks like maybe a home collection. If you're willing to pay $40 for 5 VHS tapes, please come to my house instead of Urban Outfitters.
Yes.
Thank you.
That is too cute.
I'm trying to think of like the VHS I watched the most when I was younger. I want to say Mrs. Doubtfire is definitely in the running.
We weren't allowed to have that in our house.
Really? Was it the cross-dressing thing?
No, it was anything PG-13 and above. It was like,
oh, yeah.
Look how bad I turned out, too. Oh.
Land Before Time. I let that tape rock till that tape popped. I'm pretty sure I snapped the VHS tape on Land Before Time. Go Littlefoot.
Long neck.
Long neck,
She's
Littlefoot, Ducky.
Yeah.
Who are the other characters?
Petrie.
Petrie.
I love
Petrie.
Petrie. I wanted to name my dog Petrie, but then somebody's like, it's like a Petri dish. I'm like, it's like more from Land Before Time. Yeah. But I was like, oh, well.
What about you, Jimmy? You have some VHSs? You got a stash at home chilling somewhere?
Yeah, I think I got the Three Amigos. Yeah, that's not bad. That's out there. And I got a whole bunch of, like, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Just a bunch of stuff where I was, like, on TV.
Yeah.
History of my life.
I want to go back. So my parents have a whole bunch of them. We have a whole bunch of VHSs too, old school movies, and then also home videos.
Yeah.
But now you can transfer those VHSs to, DVD. So I want to do that. I keep saying I'm going to do it before they mess up. But I need to just take the time to do that. However, my parents still kept the VCR, so we still have it, so that way we can play those VHSs in case.
My mom's got one lying around too. It's funny, I was home and I found an old box of them and started going through some of the old stuff. And you're right about the home movies, not just the home movies, but the stuff I've recorded from TV.
Yeah.
Because you could press play record on a lot of TVs and VHSs and record stuff right onto the VHS. I remember when I was a kid, I used to record like tons of VH1 and MTV. I used to record like Celebrity Deathmatch. Like I've got like a bunch. I've got some VHSs somewhere kicking around in my mom's basement of like old Celebrity Deathmatch videos. I used to make my own like home movies and stuff because they had like a little attachment that you could slide into the camcorder that you could put into a VHS tape and then play it in the VHS, you know?
I remember that.
That's how my TV career started, I guess.
The thing is, like, spending $40 at Urban Outfitters, you can go to the thrift store and they have a whole section of
Look
them
up a garage
for
sale.
like $1.
Yeah.
Like, just go there and pick your favorite movies, you know?
But that's Urban Outfitters, though, I think, to a T, is like they're trying to be like
They don't even sell
retro
VHS
chic.
tapes anymore, though, or VHS players.
Well, then
You could find them
at the
online,
thrift
right?
store online,
Goodwill.
yeah.
You could find,
Goodwill.
Goodwill too.
Yeah.
You can find some over there. I still have mine. I'm going to keep it. My parents are going to keep it.
Good.
Yeah. So it's just silly to spend that much money. And it's silly to spend $400,000 on a phone case.
Yeah.
We're just wasting money all over the place.
We've got a
You know?
comment here that actually made me think. I'm trying to find it here now. I forget who said it. I can't find it because there's so many comments. You guys are too receptive.
Wait, Steven said, who the heck's Drake?
Great point.
Well, he's a great rapper.
The comment was, what are you going to do when that phone is obsolete in 6 months? That's a great point. Like, the iPhone changes so much.
Yes.
And you think Drake is going to be trucking around an iPhone 7 when there's an iPhone XX3 out or something? You know what I mean?
Well, not only
Like,
that, they're bringing back the flip phone.
Yeah.
Like, that's the new trend coming back. So what's he going to do then when you want to have a flip phone?
Can he return the case? Like, after a week? Like, yeah, it's not for me.
Well, and then
Save
he's
the
not even,
receipt.
like, if he sold it, right? It was like, hey, it's Drake's iPhone case. He's never going to get that much
Who are
money
you selling
for it.
to? Who are you selling a $400,000 iPhone
Another
case
rapper?
to?
Who knows?
Just keeping it in the rap community. Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of people said they would buy homes. You know what is another big trend? Is the tiny homes. People are buying those small little tiny
Yeah.
homes.
They have them in San Francisco.
Yeah,
You can get 'em.
instead of buying a huge home, you know, to take care of.
So you have a place to stay in San Francisco. I kind of would go for that.
I think that's a great idea, as long as you can manage it. Mainly everybody just wants to buy homes. I agree. But like somewhere cool, like travel somewhere cool and buy a home. Like,
Yeah, because you can get a $400,000 house in San Diego, just like nothing.
it'd be a little house. It'd be like a studio.
It's called an apartment.
Daniel in here says he wants Vanessa to start dancing. How about
Why
you do
would
the
I
fresh
dance?
squeezed juice instead? I don't
Yeah.
know. We don't usually have a dancing component on this show, Daniel.
Okay, so I
do
like
every
this
day.
idea. Target employees are ditching their signature khakis for a new look. Workers can now wear jeans every day of the week. So up until now, jeans were only allowed on the weekends. So even though you won't see the mandatory khakis anymore, Target says that they still have to wear their red shirts. But it's just kind of like when you go into Target, you know it's the red shirt and the khaki pants.
I had never noticed the khakis, but I
Are you
guess you're right
serious?
now that I think about it. Yeah, I mean, I just don't care what pants people have on. Am I the only person that thinks that way?
Well, no, it's always like, have you ever been where like someone was accidentally wearing the red shirt and khakis but they didn't work there, and then you go up to them and you're like, hey, can you help me with this? And they're like, I don't work here.
Good point. That happens to me sometimes because I'll go to like
Yes,
shopping in a
yes,
shirt and tie,
yes.
like after work. Like,
You look like the manager.
right.
I get
Yes.
that too.
It's like, sir, can you? I'm like, no, I don't freaking work here. Like,
Yeah.
That happened to me once. I was at an all-you-can-eat buffet, and this lady was coming up to me, and I saw her coming, and I told the guys, hey, check this out. This lady probably wants
Yeah,
to
yeah,
talk
yeah.
to me about TV. Literally, I told them that. That's when I first got into TV, and my head was just exploding
Yeah.
with ego. And she came right up to me in front of everyone. She says, sir, we're going to need more salsa. It was a buffet.
Yeah.
We're running low on salsa.
That happened to me recently. I went to a department store because I was participating in a charity fashion
Yeah.
show. And there were, tons of people there trying their dresses on. So I was looking for a few. And one of the ladies that was in the fashion show that obviously doesn't watch the news, she was like, excuse me, can you help me find this dress in this size? And then another lady comes in, she goes, she's one of the models. She's not a person that works here. I was like, I can help you find it though. I mean, if you want, like, so that happens too, just because I went in my dress too, like, at the department store. So
I like the people in the comment section now. June hopping in to say, Drake, can you sponsor my boys to Embry-Riddle University? They want to study aeronautical science.
Nice.
When you think about throwing around $400,000, you could make a lot of dreams come true with that money instead of putting it into a cell phone. But let me just say this. I know we're just we're ragging on Drake pretty hard here. But it's his money. He earned it. And if that's the way he wants to spend it, if that's what brings him happiness,
Right.
who am I to judge, right? At the end of the day, you know what? When you're uber rich, you can do stupid things with your money. Not what I think any of us would do, and not what 99% of the viewers this morning would do. But he's not 99% of us, I guess. He's that 1%.
Do you know what's kind of cool about people that spend like that is they're just dumping it right back into the economy, which is good.
Yeah.
Somewhere that's going to get into the guy that owns the store, the person that got the commission. They're going to go out to dinner. They're going to tip the waiter like crazy. Maybe they're going to buy a condo. It's just Yeah, that's good.
It all goes back into the soup.
It's better than him just saving it. Yeah.
Yeah, sticking it under the
How many
mattress.
parties with his friends all the time and they make it rain, Jimmy?
Let's phrase this a different way, and you guys can hop in the comment section and weigh on this too. What is the silliest thing you've ever actually spent money on? Like a purchase that was like, by your standards, whatever your personal standards are, like a little out of line for you. We're like, oh man, I shouldn't have done that.
I have to think about this one.
I'm trying to think too. Like I'm usually fairly conservative when it comes to that stuff. Generally when I blow out like a chunk of money, it's like to take a trip, and it's usually not even like a vacation. It's like I'm gonna go see friends or family, and I'm plunking aside money for the hotel and the flight and the whatever, you know. But I don't know about like just like ridiculous purchases.
Nah, my parents are from the Depressions.
Yeah.
They raised me like I was drilled into you. You gotta save. The Depression's around the corner always, say, you know, whatever. So I just can't. If I won the lottery, you guys would probably be shocked at how I would live. I mean, I'd get a great condo or something, but I'd keep it real simple still. I wouldn't be.
You guys might be shocked if I won the lottery, but you'd never see me again, so I'm not sure.
That's true. I would never know about it, nor would you take my call.
Right.
I get it. I get it.
I'm not gonna lie. If I had an extra $400,000 laying around, I would go splurge on a nice purse.
Like, a nice purse.
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't obviously spend like the whole money on that, but I'd be like, I want a nice purse, and they last a long time because, you know, the expensive ones.
Oh, they're great investments.
Yeah, so that's what I would do. You could always resell them, Jimmy.
Oh yeah, I mean for even more money.
Just don't get your initials on them because some of them come with that. They give you free initial.
Well, if you become famous. Which you're kind of famous now. I'm sure a lot of people would want to buy it with your initials on there,
right.
you know?
You know, like, who's the Kardashian? I just talked about it in the morning
Kim?
juice. No, the oldest one.
No, the other one. There's too many.
Which
Kourtney,
Kardashian?
Chloe, that she is giving away Louis Vuitton purses on her Instagram page. It's amazing. It's like 6 pieces. You know every girl's flocking to her page right now.
I guess, but Jimmy was onto that conspiracy theory as soon as you read the story. Like she's sponsored by him.
Yeah.
She's down for free, whatever.
Don't anything, and they're probably paying her money on top of that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
These celebrities, the life they live, huh?
Oh my goodness. All right, guys, time to wrap up the show on Today in AZ's After Show. We'll do this again at 7:30 tomorrow. I can't say for sure I'm going to be here, guys. I got to go do a stress test.
Oh, that's right.
They got me working out for Heart Month. So I'll be in gym shorts and a t-shirt tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
You got
the gray sweats?
No, I don't own a
hoodie?
pair of gray sweats. I had a girl tell me the other day that guys in gray sweatpants are sexy.
I got them.
I don't have gray sweatpants.
But I'm a dad, so it's...
Oh, they're dad
bod.
sweatpants.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it there. You guys have a fabulous Tuesday.
So gray sweatpants, good? Yay, nay?
I like them.